In a world full of bright lights, noisy streets, and endless voices, I often felt like just another face in the crowd. It seemed like everyone had a talent, a purpose, or a dream that made them special. I would watch people around me succeed in sports, music, and academics, and I would wonder, what about me? Did I have something that made me special too? Or was I just meant to be invisible, blending into the background while others took the spotlight? At school, I admired my classmates who excelled effortlessly. Some could paint breathtaking pictures. Others could run like the wind. And then there were those who spoke with confidence, commanding attention with every word. I, on the other hand, felt lost, like a small boat drifting in an endless sea. I tried to find something that would make me stand out, but nothing seemed to fit. No matter how hard I tried, I always felt like I wasn't enough. Then one day our teacher, Mrs. Rivera, gave us an assignment that made my heart sink. Write about what makes you unique, she said with a smile. I watched as my classmates eagerly picked up their pens, writing furiously, while I sat staring at my blank page. I had no idea what to write. How could I describe something I wasn't even sure existed? That night, as I lay in bed, I kept thinking about what it meant to be enough. Was it about being talented? About being successful? Or was it something else entirely? Weeks later, Mrs. Rivera handed back our assignments. As she made her way to me, I held my breath. She placed my paper on my desk and, with a gentle smile, said, "You may not see it yet, but there's something truly special in you." Her words stayed with me, wrapping around my heart like a warm embrace. Maybe she saw something I couldn't see in myself. That afternoon, I was on the playground when I saw a younger boy fall and scrape his knee. Tears ran down his cheeks as he clutched his leg. Without thinking, I rushed over and knelt beside him. "It's okay," I said softly, offering him my hand. He hesitated, then took it, allowing me to help him up. I walked him to his friends, making sure he was all right before heading back. As I walked away, something inside me shifted. For the first time, I felt like I had done something important. Not because it was grand or impressive, but because it mattered to someone. That night, I wrote in my journal, "Today, I was enough." The words felt powerful, as if they carried a truth I had never noticed before. Maybe being enough wasn't about being the best at something. Maybe it was about kindness, about being there for others in the moments that mattered most. As time passed, I looked for more opportunities to help. I held doors open, shared my lunch with someone who had forgotten theirs, and listened when my friends needed someone to talk to. Slowly, I realized that my worth wasn't in trophies or talents, but in the way I made people feel. My heart, my kindness, my ability to understand others. These were my gifts. One day, our class had to give presentations about topics we were passionate about. When my turn came, I felt nervous. My hands shook and my heart pounded. But then I saw my friends smiling at me, their silent encouragement giving me strength. I took a deep breath and spoke about kindness, about how even the smallest acts can change someone's day. For the first time, I felt my voice carry through the room, filled with confidence and purpose. But not every day was easy. There were still moments of doubt. times when I felt small and insignificant. On those days, I turned to my journal, writing words of encouragement to myself. You are enough, just as you are. I reminded myself again and again until I started to believe it. As the seasons changed, so did I. I found joy in the little things. A friend's laughter, a comforting hug, a heartfelt conversation. The girl who once felt invisible now saw herself as someone who mattered. I had learned that our worth isn't defined by what we can do, but by the love and kindness we carry in our hearts. One day, I shared my story with my friends. We talked about our struggles, our fears, and the times we had felt like we weren't enough. We laughed, cried, and supported one another, realizing that we were all on the same journey. In that moment, I knew I was never alone. None of us were. Eventually, I found the courage to share my journey with others. I started speaking in my community about self-worth and the power of believing in yourself. I saw the way people's eyes lit up when they heard my words, and I knew that my story had the power to inspire. One evening, a young girl approached me after a talk and asked, "How did you learn to believe in yourself?" I thought about all the moments that had led me here. The doubts, the struggles, the small victories. With a smile, I told her, it takes time, patience, and the courage to keep trying, even when it's hard. But one day, you'll see, you are enough, just as you are. That night, as I looked up at the stars, I felt an overwhelming sense of peace. I had found my voice, my strength, and most importantly, my place in the world. My journey was far from over, but I knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, one truth would always remain. I am enough, and so are you.